यार, why does everyone keep talking about the future? इतना डरते क्यों है लोग फ्यूचर से? टीचर ने बोला मैथ्स नहीं पढ़ोगे तो फ्यूचर कैसे बनाओगे? फ्रेंड्स कहते हैं हाइट शॉट मतलब नो फ्यूचर. फ्यूचर हाइट देख के आता है क्या? एनीवे, आई डिसाइडेड आई राइट विथ माई लेफ्ट बट आई विल बी अ राइट हैंडेड बॅट्समन. सबने बोला लेफ्टी आहे लेफ्टी रहे, फ्यूचर मत बिगाड. पण मला हाच स्टान्स आवडतो. ग्रिप तो सही रहा, स्ट्रेट ड्राइव भी सही लगा, and I will get better at it. I will practice and practice and practice. I am not afraid of the future. Don't fear the future. Prepare for it. With a range of life insurance plans from AGS Federal Life Insurance.
Hello and welcome to a very special edition with Marcus Stoinis. When you are in that position, Australia, some runs away from a world championship. Team Lucknow, some runs away from an IPL playoff spot or whatever it is, big Melbourne Stars. It's difficult to be calm because, you are hundreds and thousands and millions watching a Marcus Stoinis. One hit can do it. How do you do that? I'm interested in that process. What do you do to your body? What do you tell yourself? You've been in that position before, Marcus. What do you do?
Yeah, it's interesting because it's something we get told as kids. You get told stay calm, whether it's an exam for school, whether it's in a sporting event, it's stay calm. But no one really knows how to stay calm, or no one really gives you the tips to do it. So, look, for me personally, it starts when I put my helmet on, when I walk onto the ground. It starts with my routine. It starts with what I say to myself when I'm walking onto the ground. Then it goes through my breathing and slowing that down and being in control of that. A lot of it is just trying to control the things I can control, because in these games where the run rate's going up, the scoreboard's changing, you're losing wickets, the field's changing, you don't know what the bowler's going to bowl. There's a lot of unknowns. So something that works for me that I've learned from other people, I haven't come up with this myself, but it's about controlling what I can control. But then in the face of the chaos, sometimes you forget to do these things. So these things are practiced at training. These things are practiced with your visualization, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, whether it's breathing, whether it's self-talk, and then routines, and then you got to engage with your partner at the other end, and you try to work with them to do the same thing and to keep each other calm, to keep each other on focus, on point. So yeah, that's my way of going about it, and I've learned that from multiple different people.
I have come to know you fairly well in the last few months, and you come across as this very relaxed, chilled kind of person. But on the field, when you take a wicket, the energy that KL talks about, and that hit for a six and that pumping that KL talks about, or all of us have seen, is a very different Marcus Stoinis. So what is it? Does that help you sort of get into the zone, get into the moment, push yourself? How do you react on and off the field? I'm interested in knowing the two sides of Marcus Stoinis.
Yeah, I guess I learnt probably through my younger years of what I wanted to bring, what parts of Marcus Stoinis I wanted to bring on the field, and what parts of Marcus Stoinis don't belong there, sort of thing. And for me, I'm super competitive, but I don't need to be super competitive when I'm at home with my family, or I still need to be when I'm playing golf with my friends. Don't worry about that. But yeah, so there's times where that comes out. And also through cricket, you learn to have to believe in yourself, and your self-talk's very important. And I think often I'm of Greek background as well, so don't forget that. So passion is in the fire, is deep in the belly. But yeah, so often where I'm probably focused on staying calm and almost as if almost just so laser focused on what I need to do, that when you do win the game, or when you do take a wicket, sometimes this comes out naturally because you've been controlling your emotions for quite a while, that maybe it just bursts out. But also the things that I love best about sport is bringing people together. And the best moments I see in sport, whether it's in AFL back home or soccer, or it's when someone scores a goal, someone does something, and you bring people together. And I think I just love that feeling. And that's been from a young age. But I also think that's what sport's meant to be. It's what's meant to.
Absolutely.
It's meant to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One question I want to know, Marcus. You've played in multiple teams, be it Australia, Delhi, Melbourne. what is it that a new franchise, according to you, needs to do? Because you guys are starting out a journey. Each one of you from different parts of the world will come together for a common goal. But when you're approaching a new team, and if in a position of leadership, one of the top players, what do you think should the formula for a new team be when you guys come together?
Look, I think you learn things from like you said, all the different teams you play in. And for me, even for example, when I look at a team like Chennai, 2 years ago, we played the IPL and they finished last. And the auction got changed, it got delayed, and they weren't allowed to pick up new players. And then the next year rolls around, and they've kept the exact same team. Not much has changed, and they go on to win the tournament. And I think that's a nice lesson in sport. Is sometimes we get caught chasing our tail, and you got to understand that if you can build the relationships in the environment and trust between each other, which I think is going to be a key for a new franchise, that you are supported, you are backed, that this is we can work to make this a family, to make this a long-term project where we build something that allows individuals to give more than just thinking about themselves. And I think as a new franchise coming in with no baggage, a fresh start, I think that's the most exciting part. And you've got the opportunity when you get the right people around and the right leadership to create something really special. So
I think that's a very good answer in the Chennai example there. Very, very interesting answer there. Marcus, I think in the IPL at least, you've been underbowled. Do you agree with that? That you've not been used enough or should have been used enough? And how are you approaching your bowling? Because clearly that is something, oftentimes you've had telling impact, 3 wickets, match-winning efforts, but you've still been relatively underbowled. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, I think my role in the team is as that extra bowler. So I think it's almost game situation, understanding what's going on. The captain reads the game and uses it to sort of give a chop out in certain scenarios. So I think going forward, I mean, right now I've just been bowling. So it's definitely one of the most important parts for me and adding to this team. So I'm definitely aware that as an all-rounder and the importance for balance of the team. So look, my intention is to be in the game as much as possible, but it's also up to the captain to read the game, and I respect that, of course. But if the ball's ever thrown to me, don't worry, I want it.
Excellent. And this year the IPL will be more exciting, different also for you, Marcus, because soon after the IPL, within a couple of months, you go into the World Cup as defending champion from home soil. Thoughts on that? Yeah,
it's a different experience, I guess. From the last World Cup where we went in as pretty much underdogs and coming off the IPL. So really looking forward to a World Cup in Australia. Australia's been, like everywhere, has been through a tough time, and there hasn't been able to be as many fans at the grounds as we would have liked, and there's been lockdowns and all the rest of it, as you'd know. So to have the World Cup, to be lucky enough to be around when there's a World Cup in your own country, very fortunate, and to be the defending champions means we should get some good support through Australia.
I leave it there, Marcus Stoinis. And as you said, maybe this is not the best time when we could physically do this, but at some point during the IPL or whenever, a plate of Lucknow biryani together, because you're a good man. I mean, and I'm excited personally to see you play and win games for Lucknow. Thank you very much for speaking to me, Marcus. All the very best with training and with everything else.
Appreciate it, Boria. Thank you.
Thanks.